This is changing the gas strut. There's a new gas strut for my Knutt tone hitch on my Eiffel Williams trailer. It started causing me a bit of trouble when the gas strut failed. It's not totally gone, but it's annoying when you're towing and when you put your brakes on your trailer. Makes a banging noise on the back. I've loosened all the nuts. They've got a cover on this one, which will expose. So it's just a question of taking these nuts off. The one here at the bottom, when you take that off, make sure you retain the washer, because the washer is shaped. It's got so it comes up onto the bottom. Make sure you put that on the right way round. The nut, which is a nylock nut, throw that away and just use a brand new one. Never reuse a nylock nut, especially on a towing hitch. Although these are at the bottom, they'll loosen off. There's always a chance that it would fail. So that these nuts out. Make sure this is unlocked, and you can take out this one. And this one. That's that one out. I have loosened these off. The bit of a tap on that one to get it out. This one is important because it also holds the end of the gas strut. It goes through that nut there, that hole there. So you must have that. That's that off. Well lubricated, and that allows me then to take the gaiter off, because I'm going to change the gaiter at the same time. Clean off all this sludge and grit. Make sure that is off, and the next thing is to take off the two bolts at the back here. There's these two bolts here which hold the end of the gas strut. One of them will be quite stiff to get off because it's under pressure. Once these are out, I'll take them out now. That's under pressure. And the next thing, once that is out, you can take the end of the strut. Now once these two nuts are out, this will pop out because it's under pressure, and that will allow you then to get the lock nut and then to take this part off. This one has got a spring washer on it. Make sure that goes back on. Otherwise it will vibrate loose. So this is the back end of the strut. Just got now with the 19mm, just undo the lock nut and remove that. Once that is done, if you can just see here, you can just see the end. There's a pin there which has got to be knocked out, which holds the back. That's how you get the strut in and out. So that just knock that pin out, and the new strut will come in from this end. Will come in from this end because there's no way the new strut will come out the other way. So with the lock nut off, make sure you retain the spring washer or renew it. That can come off now, and that will allow you then to push the strut out. And through the front here. Hang on, I'm gonna push that back in again. It seems that I've got to take this nut off because it doesn't allow it to come through. So I'll take that off now. Had a bit of trouble getting this lock nut off here, so I've put two nuts on and locked them together, and then by holding, you can then crack it by pulling your one spanner on there and then undoing this. A bit stiff, but that is now coming off. So with the nut off now, we can push the strut out, and that this time should come right out. And that's your old strut. You can see where it's been leaking there. So that's the old one, and the new one can now be put in, but I'm going to clean everything up. Now for reassembly, I've put in the new strut and I put the pin back in that I took out, and extra I put the bolt back in. I put a short sash clamp in, and as you can see that this, when it's pushed back by the sash clamp, it's got to go back. I put a big nut in there just as a spacer, because this has got to go, you can see the silver line, that's to go slightly inside, so I don't want this just to butt up to there and have half a hole missing, so I want to push it in. I'll now tighten it up before I put the bolt back in. You see I've taken the whole of the handle there off as well, just to give. That's pushed right back now. I've put the bolt in, with that bolt will hold it, and the handle goes onto the other one. The sash clamp, I had to pack the front end there, but that's now ready to be slackened off. I can slacken that off now, and withdraw that, and that is the strut. You can see it's pushing this, as I slacken off, it's pushing that out. So that is doing its job now. The sash clamp is relieving that. That can come off. Slacken it off, that's it. Off, and that's now the pin is back in, as I said. I put that bolt in for extra, that is not under tension at all. So now I can reassemble, just reversing what I did, put the handle back on with the grease nipple on, grease nipple there and a grease nipple here, and grease everything up. There's the new gaiter ready to go on. You see the drain holes in the bottom, make sure they're at the bottom. I'll grease up this. You can apply the grease through the grease nipple there, and there's another one there, but I'll grease this up first, and then put the gaiter on, put the cable ties on the end here, but don't forget, use new nylock nuts on these the two bolts here, one on the side and one there, and make sure you put these special shaped washer. You can see the shape where it goes into the bottom of that. It's got to be the right way around. That's it all done. New bellows on with the cable ties. This one is right down inside, pulling it on, and all the nuts tightened up at the back, so that should all work now, nice and tight.